Have you ever wondered why your hands feel cold, your legs feel heavy, or your energy drops for no clear reason, even when your doctor says everything looks normal? Many people don't realize that these quiet signs often point to one thing most of us ignore every day: poor circulation and stiffening arteries. This doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, year after year, often without pain, until it finally shows up as fatigue, high blood pressure, or heart problems that seem to come out of nowhere. Your arteries are not rigid pipes. They are living, flexible tissues designed to expand and contract with every heartbeat. When they are healthy, blood flows smoothly, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body. But over time, inflammation, poor diet, excess sugar, and unhealthy fats can damage the inner lining of these vessels. This reduces flexibility and allows plaque to build up. Research consistently shows that reduced arterial flexibility is an early warning sign for cardiovascular disease, even before major symptoms appear. What makes this especially concerning is how common it has become. Modern lifestyles encourage sitting more, moving less, and eating highly processed foods. These habits silently stress the cardiovascular system every single day. Even people who look fit on the outside may have compromised circulation on the inside. Studies published in major medical journals confirm that early changes in blood vessel function can begin decades before serious heart issues are diagnosed. Here's the good news. Science also shows that small daily habits can strongly support vascular health when practiced consistently. You don't need extreme diets or expensive supplements. In fact, some of the most powerful tools for protecting arteries are simple, natural, and supported by decades of nutritional research. Certain whole foods contain compounds that help maintain healthy cholesterol levels, reduce inflammation, and support the natural elasticity of blood vessels. These effects are well documented in large population studies and controlled clinical trials. What's surprising is how little it takes. Not a full plate, not a complicated recipe, just a modest daily portion, eaten consistently, can make a meaningful difference over time. This isn't about quick fixes or dramatic promises. It's about supporting the body's natural repair systems with nutrients it already knows how to use. When blood vessels are nourished properly, circulation improves, oxygen delivery increases, and tissues throughout the body begin to function more efficiently. Medical research has shown that when circulation improves, people often notice warmer hands and feet, better endurance, improved focus, and more stable energy levels. These changes are not imaginary. They reflect improved blood flow and healthier vessel function. The key is understanding which foods truly deliver these benefits and how to use them correctly without overdoing it. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you'll learn exactly which simple daily habit is supported by cardiovascular research, how it works inside your arteries, and how to use it safely and effectively as part of a heart-smart lifestyle. This information can help you make better choices starting today, using science-backed nutrition to support long-term circulation and vascular health. The reason this daily habit matters so much comes down to how your blood vessels actually work and what slowly damages them over time. Every time your heart beats, blood pushes against the walls of your arteries. Healthy arteries respond by gently expanding and relaxing. This flexibility allows blood to move efficiently, keeps pressure balanced, and protects the delicate inner lining of the vessels. When arteries lose this flexibility, the heart has to work harder, and circulation becomes less efficient, even if major blockages are not yet present. One of the earliest problems that develops is dysfunction of the endothelium, the thin inner layer of the arteries. This lining plays a critical role in controlling blood flow, regulating inflammation, and preventing unwanted clot formation. Large-scale cardiovascular research shows that when the endothelium becomes irritated or inflamed, it loses its ability to signal blood vessels to relax properly. This sets the stage for stiffness, higher blood pressure, and reduced circulation long before serious disease is diagnosed. Inflammation is a major driver of this process. Chronic low-grade inflammation can come from excess sugar intake, refined carbohydrates, trans fats, smoking, chronic stress, and lack of physical activity. Over time, inflammatory molecules damage the arterial lining and make it easier for cholesterol particles to penetrate the vessel wall. Once inside, these particles can become oxidized, triggering further inflammation and plaque formation. This is not an overnight event. It is a slow biological process that unfolds silently for years. Another key factor is cholesterol balance. Cholesterol itself is not the enemy. Your body needs it to build hormones and cell membranes. The problem arises when there is an excess of small, dense LDL particles combined with inflammation and oxidative stress. Research consistently shows that diets rich in fiber, healthy fats, and antioxidant compounds help support healthier cholesterol transport and reduce oxidative damage inside blood vessels. This is one reason why certain whole foods are repeatedly associated with better cardiovascular outcomes across different populations. Mineral balance also plays an important role in vascular health. Minerals such as magnesium and potassium help regulate the contraction and relaxation of blood vessel walls. When intake is inadequate, vessels may remain in a more constricted state, contributing to higher pressure and reduced blood flow to muscles and organs. Studies have shown that people who consume diets rich in these minerals tend to have better vascular function and lower cardiovascular risk over time. As circulation becomes compromised, the effects are felt throughout the body. Muscles receive less oxygen during activity, leading to quicker fatigue. The brain may receive less consistent blood flow, affecting focus and mental clarity. Even the skin and extremities can suffer, resulting in cold hands, cold feet, or slower healing. These signs are often dismissed as normal aging, but research suggests they are frequently linked to underlying vascular changes. What's important to understand is that the body is constantly trying to repair and protect blood vessels. It uses antioxidants to neutralize free radicals, anti-inflammatory compounds to calm irritation, and specialized fats to maintain flexible cell membranes. When the diet consistently supplies these nutrients, the repair process works more effectively. When the diet lacks them, damage accumulates faster than the body can fix it. Long-term observational studies from around the world have shown that populations consuming diets rich in whole, plant-based foods and natural unsaturated fats tend to have lower rates of cardiovascular disease. These benefits are not tied to a single miracle ingredient, but certain foods stand out because they deliver multiple protective compounds at once. They provide healthy fats that support cell structure, fiber that improves cholesterol handling, antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress, and minerals that support vessel relaxation. This is why a small, consistent daily intake of the right food can have a measurable impact over time. It works with the body's natural systems instead of forcing an artificial response. It supports flexibility rather than rigidity. It encourages smooth blood flow instead of resistance. When practiced daily, this kind of habit becomes a form of quiet prevention, helping maintain arterial health before serious problems develop. Understanding this foundation is critical because it explains why simplicity often beats complexity in long-term health. The goal is not to chase symptoms, but to support the systems that prevent those symptoms from appearing in the first place. When you nourish your arteries properly, circulation improves naturally, pressure stabilizes, and the entire cardiovascular system functions more efficiently. How it supports arteries, flexibility, and blood flow. Everything we've covered so far leads to one simple truth. Arteries stay healthy when they are consistently supported with the right nutrients. Among the many whole foods studied for cardiovascular health, one stands out for delivering several proven benefits at the same time, in a very small daily amount. This is why a single handful can matter more than people realize. Walnuts have been extensively studied in cardiovascular and nutritional research, and they continue to show strong benefits for blood vessel function when eaten regularly as part of a balanced diet. What makes them unique is their natural composition. They are one of the richest plant sources of alpha-linolenic acid, a type of omega-3 fatty acid that plays a key role in reducing inflammation inside blood vessels. Chronic inflammation is a major contributor to arterial stiffness, so lowering it helps preserve the natural flexibility arteries need to expand and relax with each heartbeat. Research published in leading nutrition and cardiology journals shows that regular walnut consumption is associated with improved endothelial function. This means the inner lining of the arteries becomes better at signaling blood vessels to relax, which supports smoother blood flow and healthier circulation. Improved endothelial function is considered one of the earliest measurable improvements in vascular health, even before changes appear in standard blood tests. Walnuts are also rich in polyphenols, which are powerful antioxidant compounds. These antioxidants help neutralize free radicals that would otherwise damage the arterial lining. When oxidative stress is reduced, LDL cholesterol is less likely to become oxidized, which is a critical step in plaque development. This does not mean walnuts remove plaque overnight. What research supports is that they help slow progression and support healthier vessel conditions over time. Fiber is another key component. Walnuts provide dietary fiber that supports better cholesterol management by helping remove excess cholesterol from the body through digestion. Large population studies consistently show that higher fiber intake is linked to lower cardiovascular risk. This effect becomes even stronger when fiber is combined with healthy fats, as found naturally in walnuts. Minerals also play an important role. Walnuts contain magnesium and potassium, both of which support blood vessel relaxation. Magnesium helps regulate calcium movement in muscle cells within vessel walls, allowing them to relax more effectively. Potassium helps balance sodium levels, which supports healthier blood pressure. Together, these minerals contribute to better circulation and reduced vascular tension. One of the most convincing findings comes from controlled clinical trials, where participants added a modest daily portion of walnuts to their usual diet. These studies observed improvements in markers related to arterial stiffness, cholesterol balance, and inflammation without requiring major lifestyle changes. This reinforces the idea that consistency matters more than quantity. A small daily habit can produce meaningful physiological effects when maintained over time. Another important benefit is how walnuts support overall metabolic health. Stable blood sugar levels reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which directly affect artery health. The combination of healthy fats, fiber, and protein in walnuts helps slow digestion and prevent sharp blood sugar spikes. This indirect effect further protects blood vessels from long-term damage. Circulation improves when blood vessels are flexible, relaxed, and free from excessive inflammation. When blood flows smoothly, oxygen reaches tissues more efficiently, muscles perform better, and organs function with less strain. People often describe subtle improvements first, such as warmer hands and feet, steadier energy, and better endurance during daily activities. These changes reflect improved vascular efficiency, not stimulation or artificial enhancement. It's important to understand that this works best as part of a larger pattern of healthy behavior. Walnuts support the body's natural systems, but they do not override poor lifestyle choices. When paired with regular movement, proper hydration, stress management, and a diet centered on whole foods, their benefits become far more noticeable and sustainable. This approach aligns with what long-term research continues to show. Cardiovascular health is built slowly through daily decisions that reduce strain and support repair. Adding a simple, nutrient-dense food that has been repeatedly validated by science is one of the easiest ways to start supporting arteries from the inside out. How to use it correctly, safety and best practices. For this daily habit to truly support your arteries and circulation, how you use it matters just as much as what you use. The goal is to work with your body, not overwhelm it. Research consistently shows that moderation and consistency produce the strongest cardiovascular benefits. A small handful of walnuts per day is enough to deliver meaningful nutrients without adding unnecessary calories or excess fats. This typically means a portion that fits comfortably in the palm of your hand, eaten slowly and mindfully. Timing is flexible, which makes this habit easy to maintain. Walnuts can be eaten with a meal or as part of a balanced snack. Consuming them alongside other whole foods helps the body absorb fat soluble nutrients more efficiently and supports stable blood sugar levels. There is no evidence that eating them at a specific hour produces better results. What matters most is regular daily intake over weeks and months, not perfect timing. Choosing the right form is also important. Plain, raw, or dry roasted walnuts are best. Research shows that heavily processed versions, especially those coated in sugar, excessive salt, or refined oils, can counteract cardiovascular benefits. Excess sodium may contribute to higher blood pressure, while added sugars increase inflammation. Keeping walnuts as close to their natural state as possible ensures that their healthy fats, antioxidants, and minerals remain intact. Chewing thoroughly plays a role as well. Walnuts contain fats and fiber that are better digested when broken down properly. Slowing down while eating supports digestion and helps regulate appetite. This also improves nutrient absorption, allowing the body to use omega-3 fats, magnesium, and antioxidants more effectively. Hydration supports circulation too. Blood volume and flow depend on adequate fluid intake. When the body is dehydrated, blood becomes thicker, which can place additional strain on blood vessels. Drinking enough water throughout the day complements the benefits of walnuts by supporting smoother circulation and efficient nutrient delivery. It's also important to understand who should be cautious. Anyone with a known tree nut allergy should avoid walnuts completely. This is non-negotiable. For individuals with digestive sensitivities, starting with a slightly smaller portion and increasing gradually can help the body adapt. Walnuts are fiber-rich, and sudden large amounts may cause temporary discomfort in sensitive individuals. People taking blood-thinning medications should be aware that omega-3 fatty acids can have mild blood-thinning effects. This does not mean walnuts are unsafe, but moderation is essential. Clinical evidence shows that dietary omega-3s from whole foods are generally well tolerated, yet it's always wise to keep intake consistent rather than excessive. Abrupt changes in diet can affect how medications work. Weight management also matters. While walnuts support heart health, they are calorie-dense. Eating more than needed does not speed up benefits and may lead to unwanted weight gain, which can negatively impact circulation over time. Studies show that when walnuts replace less healthy snacks rather than being added on top of an already high-calorie diet, cardiovascular markers improve without weight gain. Movement enhances the effect of this habit. Blood vessels respond positively to regular physical activity, even gentle daily walking. Movement encourages nitric oxide production, which helps vessels relax and expand. When combined with nutrients that reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, circulation improves more efficiently. This partnership between nutrition and movement is strongly supported by cardiovascular research. Stress management plays a role as well. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, which can negatively affect blood pressure and vascular health. Supporting the nervous system through proper sleep, breathing, and relaxation techniques allows blood vessels to remain more responsive. Nutrient-rich foods like walnuts support this process by stabilizing energy levels and reducing inflammatory stress on the body. Perhaps the most important part of using this habit correctly is mindset. This is not a quick fix or a treatment for disease. It is a supportive practice that strengthens the body's natural systems over time. When expectations are realistic, people are more likely to stay consistent, and consistency is where real change happens. Cardiovascular health improves through steady, repeated support, not extremes. When combined with a balanced diet, regular movement, hydration, and stress control, this simple daily habit becomes part of a larger lifestyle that protects arteries and circulation naturally. The body responds best when it is supported gently and consistently day after day with choices rooted in evidence rather than hype. Closing summary and gentle call to action. At this point, everything comes together into a simple, realistic message. Your arteries are not fixed structures that only decline with age. They are dynamic, responsive, and deeply influenced by daily choices. When you consistently support them with the right nutrients, movement, and habits, they respond by functioning more efficiently. Blood flows with less resistance. Oxygen reaches tissues more easily. The heart works with less strain. This is not theory. This is what decades of cardiovascular research continue to confirm. A single daily habit may seem small, but the body experiences it repeatedly, day after day. Over time, these repeated signals shape how your blood vessels behave. Anti-inflammatory nutrients calm irritation in the arterial lining. Antioxidants reduce oxidative damage that would otherwise stiffen vessel walls. Healthy fats support flexible cell membranes. Minerals encourage relaxation instead of constriction. None of this happens instantly, but all of it happens reliably when the habit is maintained. One of the most empowering aspects of this approach is that it puts control back in your hands. You are not waiting for symptoms to appear. You are not reacting to a diagnosis. You are supporting prevention at a foundational level. Many people underestimate how powerful this is because it feels too simple. But simplicity is often what allows consistency, and consistency is what produces results that last. As circulation improves, the benefits ripple outward. Muscles recover better after activity. The brain receives steadier blood flow, supporting focus and clarity. The skin and extremities stay warmer and more resilient. Energy becomes more stable throughout the day. These are not dramatic overnight changes. They are gradual improvements that reflect healthier blood vessel function and improved efficiency inside the cardiovascular system. It's also important to remember that no single habit works in isolation. The body functions as a system. When you combine this daily nutritional support with regular movement, adequate sleep, hydration, and stress reduction, the effects compound. Each habit reinforces the others. Blood vessels respond not just to what you eat, but to how often you move, how well you rest, and how effectively you manage daily stress. Modern health culture often focuses on extremes, quick fixes, and fear-based messaging, but the strongest scientific evidence points in a different direction. Long-term cardiovascular health is built through steady, repeatable actions that reduce inflammation and support natural repair. This is why dietary patterns centered on whole foods consistently outperform restrictive or highly processed approaches in long-term studies. Choosing a simple, research-backed habit also helps avoid burnout. When a habit is easy to follow, it becomes part of your routine rather than a constant struggle. Over time, this consistency builds confidence. You begin to trust that small actions matter. That trust makes it easier to make other supportive choices, creating a positive cycle that strengthens overall health. There is no need for perfection. Missing a day does not erase progress. What matters is returning to the habit without guilt or pressure. Cardiovascular health responds to trends over time, not isolated moments. Each day you choose to support your arteries, you reinforce the message that your body is worth caring for. If there is one idea to carry forward, it is this: your blood vessels thrive when they are nourished, protected, and used regularly. They were designed to be flexible, resilient, and efficient. With the right support, they can remain that way far longer than most people expect. If you found this information helpful, take a moment to support the channel by liking the video and subscribing for more evidence-based health guidance. Share this with someone who could benefit from understanding how simple daily habits protect circulation and heart health. Small actions, repeated daily, can lead to meaningful change over time. When you step back and look at the full picture, what stands out most is how much influence daily choices truly have over long-term circulation and artery health. The body is not passive. It is constantly responding to what you eat, how you move, and how you live. Every supportive action sends a signal. Every nourishing choice helps tilt the balance toward flexibility, resilience, and smoother blood flow. This is how meaningful change happens, not through force, but through steady guidance. One of the biggest misconceptions about cardiovascular health is that damage is permanent or inevitable. While advanced disease requires medical care, early and mid-stage vascular changes are often responsive to lifestyle support. Scientific evidence shows that improving diet quality, reducing inflammation, and supporting endothelial function can slow progression and, in some cases, improve measurable markers of vascular health. This does not mean reversing time, but it does mean influencing the direction your health is moving. When arteries are supported consistently, the benefits often appear in ways people do not immediately associate with heart health. Walking feels easier. Legs feel less heavy at the end of the day. Hands and feet stay warmer. Energy feels steadier instead of spiking and crashing. These experiences reflect improved circulation and oxygen delivery, which affect every organ and tissue in the body. There is also a psychological benefit to choosing habits that are grounded in evidence. When you know that a practice is supported by solid research, it builds confidence and removes doubt. You are no longer guessing or following trends. You are making informed decisions that align with how the body actually works. That confidence makes consistency easier, and consistency is what transforms information into results. Another important point is that health does not require perfection. The cardiovascular system responds to patterns, not isolated choices. What you do most days matters far more than what you do occasionally. This is why small, repeatable habits are so powerful. They fit into real life. They adapt to busy schedules. They remain sustainable over time, which is where true protection is built. It's also worth remembering that prevention is a form of self-respect. Supporting your arteries before problems arise reduces the likelihood of more serious interventions later. Research repeatedly shows that people who adopt heart-supportive habits earlier in life experience better outcomes as they age. But it is never too late to benefit. Blood vessels respond to improved nutrition and lifestyle support at any age because repair mechanisms remain active throughout life. This approach does not rely on fear. It relies on understanding. Understanding how inflammation affects vessels. Understanding how nutrients influence flexibility. Understanding how daily behavior shapes long-term function. When you understand these connections, health decisions become simpler and more intuitive. If this message resonates, let it serve as a reminder that progress does not need to be dramatic to be meaningful. One supportive habit, practiced daily, can create a ripple effect that improves how your entire body feels and functions. Over time, those ripples become waves of positive change. Stay curious, stay consistent, choose habits that support your body rather than fight it. Circulation and arterial health are not abstract ideas. They are living processes happening inside you right now, responding to your choices in real time. Closing summary and gentle call to action. By now, the message should feel clear and grounded in reality. Health does not come from chasing dramatic promises. It comes from understanding how the body works and giving it what it needs, consistently over time. Your circulatory system responds every single day to your choices. It reacts to inflammation or calm. It reacts to nourishment or neglect. And it reacts whether you are paying attention or not. The difference is that once you become aware of this process, you can begin to guide it in a better direction.